All-American Dyra Lumina. Freshman Kenya Tristan. Sophomore Allison Juarez. Sophomore All-American Saoirse Molina. Senior Sky Williams. Senior Co-Captain Jocelyn Alvarez. Senior All-American Co-Captain Megan Grays. And Senior three-time All-American and Captain Isabel Vasquez. Your South Houston cheerleaders for the week are Jocelyn Alvarez and Megan Grace. Your South Houston Trojan varsity cheerleaders are under the direction of coaches Alexis Flores and Fatima Castellon. Once again, your South Houston High School Trojan varsity cheerleaders. And now it's our honor to introduce to you tonight your 2025-26 Shadow Creek Varsity Cheerleaders. The Shadow Creek Varsity Cheerleaders under the direction of coaches head cheer coach Faith Lyons and assisted by Brandy Nickerson. Here are your 2025-26 Varsity Cheerleaders. Freshman Leah Geeson. Sophomore Journey Carter. Sophomore Kristen Edwards. Sophomore Chloe Taylor. Junior All-American Kennedy Allen. Junior All-American Lacey Geeson. Junior Madeline Hughes. Junior two-time All-American Justice Kendrick. Junior Trinity Regali. Senior four-time All-American Keegan Cole. Senior Taylor Kendall. Senior two-time All-American Demaya Lewis. Senior All-American Ariana McAllister. Senior All-American Elena Noel. Senior two-time All-American Layla Singleton. And Senior Jocelyn Smith. And lastly, Senior two-time All-American and two-time Best Mascot of the Year. Give it up for Finn the Shark. Fans, once again, put your hands together for your 2025-26 Shadow Creek Varsity Cheerleaders. Members of the GSL Exchange will meet at midfield in an exchange of sportsmanship and fellowship tonight. We have student council members from Shadow Creek, Sashi Mui, Minty Pham, Giselle Mitchell, Summer Jacob, and Christina Alacon. From South Houston, we have student council members, along with cheer and band members. And now, if you will, ladies and gentlemen, please take a look at the video board for a message from our Superintendent, Carol Nelson.
Carol Nelson, proud superintendent of Alvin ISD. Welcome to Freedom Field. For 100 years, Alvin ISD has built champions on the field, in the classroom, and in life. As we celebrate a century of excellence, we remember the true victory lies not just in the score, but in how we play the game. Every contest is more than a competition. It's a classroom, a place to learn resilience, respect, and responsibility. Let's honor our legacy with integrity, compete with heart, and always remember sportsmanship is the mark of a true champion. Thank you for coming this evening to support our students, and may you have safe travels headed home. Here's to 100 years and the next 100 to come.
And now, please join the South Houston High School Marching Band for the playing of the South Houston High School Song. We welcome each and every one of you here tonight to Freedom Field for tonight's district matchup between the visiting South Houston Trojans and your Shadow Creek Sharks. Our game tonight will be directed according to the rules and regulations of the University Interscholastic League. Regardless of the outcome of tonight's game, all the players you'll witness tonight are winners and have made great sacrifice in order to achieve athletic excellence. Please, as a spectator, consider the time and effort each of these teams, coaches, and athletes have put forth. Cheer them, applaud them, but do not, through any of your actions, cause them to doubt the value of athletics. Also, please show your appreciation for all the students who will be taking part indirectly in tonight's game, including the cheerleaders, the bands, the drill teams, and the students who support their teams both at home and away. These young people play an integral part in their team's success. Officials for tonight's game will be mutually agreed upon by representatives of each school. Without their refined skill and understanding of the game of football, tonight's contest would not be possible. On behalf of all of us here at Alvin Independent School District, we hope that you enjoy tonight's game. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are a first responder, a former active member of our nation's armed forces, will you at this time please rise so your service and sacrifice can be truly honored. This time, football fans, please give a hearty round of applause to show our gratitude and appreciation for these servant leaders who give so much to our communities and our nation. Thank you. And now turn your attention to the video board for a message from our student athletes.
Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad.
Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad.
Hey, Mom and Dad.
What's up, Shark fans? Get them up. Get them going. Fans up, Creek.
Hey, Grandma.
Hey, Aunt Sammy.
Hey, sis.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
Hey, Mom and Dad.
Hey, it's important, so listen up. I made a commitment to play the Texas way, so it's important to play with respect for others.
I will not let my opponent become my enemy. I will not cheat or cut corners.
I've made a commitment to play the Texas way. That means I play with the control of self.
I will slow my anger down. I will act based on my standards.
I made a commitment to play the Texas way. That means I play with a spirit of competition.
I will prepare myself inside and out. I will bounce back when I get knocked down, and I will compete with a passion to be my absolute best.
So my question for you is this: will you commit to support me the Texas way?
It means having my back. It means cheering loudly, but it doesn't mean putting other people down. It doesn't mean yelling at the ref, and it doesn't mean letting my passion become a distraction.
You say it, coach says it too. My actions are about more than just me. It's about representing the name on the front of the jersey and the name on the back.
It's about more than the scoreboard. It's about using sports to become all that I can become and having fun while I'm doing it.
I couldn't do it without you, and I wouldn't want to. I made a commitment to the Texas way. Will you make it with me?
And now we wait for teams to enter the field. Across the way, let's first welcome to the field tonight our visiting team. It is the South Houston Trojans. And your home team, your Shadow Creek Sharks. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask you to please join us in observing a moment of silence in the spirit of tonight's competition. This time, let us all remember and acknowledge the prevailing sense of fair play, the safety of all players, coaches, parents, officials, and spectators involved here tonight. Thank you. This time we ask you to please rise and remove your hats and direct your attention to Freedom Field's north end zone. Presenting our nation's colors tonight, the Alvin High School Marine Corps Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps. And our national anthem tonight will be performed by the the Shadow Creek High School Choir under the direction of Frankie Espinoza and Jennifer Gallagher.
Oh, say, come. Hello, everyone, and welcome into Freedom Field for tonight's District 22 6A matchup between the South Houston Trojans and the Shadow Creek Sharks. Here for Legacy Sports Network and Alvin Sports Network, I'm Evan Geiger, and with me on the call tonight is my buddy Andrew Carter. Andrew, how you doing tonight?
Doing good. It's finally cold here in Houston. Halloween is tomorrow. It's a good time to be a Houstonian and a good time to be a Shadow Creek Shark and a South Houston Trojan playing today in this gorgeous weather.
Yeah, a nice night for football here at the very tail end of October. Finally got some fall weather for this football. Andrew, let's start with the visiting South Houston Trojans. They're 0-8 this season, 0-6 district record. Offense only averaging 9 points. The yards not bad at 236, which is 9 points per game. And they have a district worst -8 in the turnover differential, and that's in part to their district-leading 9 fumbles. The offense is led by sophomore quarterback James Henry, who's played well despite the team's lack of offense. Junior back Jaden Buckner has been a workhorse for this offense, being third in the district with 127 carries, and he does have 3 touchdowns. And then sophomore receiver Makai Cowart leads the team in catches, yards, and touchdowns. That's the receiver to listen for. And then defensively on that side of the ball, South Houston, they're allowing 45 points a game, which is worst in the district.
Yeah, well, to put it lightly, this hasn't been a very encouraging season for the Trojans, and there's been a lot that's gone wrong, but the important thing for Coach Mayberry and his squad is just trying to finish strong. Obviously up against a very good Sharks team tonight, but you got to just play loose and play like you have nothing to lose.
Yeah, you talked about the Sharks there. This is their last home game of the season. The Sharks are 5-3, 4-2 district record going into the final 2 games, which they should be relatively easy for them. The interesting thing about the Sharks is all 3 of their losses have been by 7 points or less. A 7-point loss to Pearland, a 3-point loss in double overtime to Dawson, and then a 5-point loss in a winnable game against Summer Creek in the season opener. So this has been a pretty successful season for them. And, it's just interesting that all their losses have been so close. On offense, Shadow Creek, 341 yards, 36 points per game. But, man, 15 turnovers, district leading 15 turnovers, not ideal. And then junior quarterback Tavis Coleman, he's played so good. Leads the district, 1,700 passing yards, 24 touchdowns. That is double any other quarterback in the district. Nobody else has more than 12 passing touchdowns. And then with Chris Stewart out all year, pretty much, it's been sophomore Jalen Adai. He leads the district with 530 receiving yards, 19 yards per catch, and then 10 touchdowns. And then on defense, Shadow Creek has been really good. Only Pearland has been better. The Sharks has a lot of talent on defense. Jerome Bell, Tommy Baker, Evan Moorhead, Brandon Sherrard, Carter Stewart, Cameron Aber, just to name a few of their studs on the defensive side of the ball.
We're going to get a look to see Tommy Baker. He's someone I've really penciled in. Leading tackler on this team. Kind of flies around all over the field.
And he's the punter. How fun is that?
Oh, I mean, do-it-all kind of player. So we'll get to see him first, and really excited to see what these Sharks pull up with. Again, you mentioned they've been in every game in a very tight District 22. They are firmly entrenched within the upper echelon of teams in this district. So looking to show why here tonight and looking to finish strong as the season winds to a close.
See the kickoff coming here in just a second. Looks like they're trying to get everything ready. The opening kickoff sponsored by Mr. Electric. Just a few moments away. And here we go. They're going to tee it up. It's going to be Samuel Delgado, the freshman kicker, to boot it deep. Only one of 2 freshmen on this, or 3 freshmen on this varsity roster. So Delgado will run into it and send it deep, and it is going to go into the end zone. A freshman kicker who can give you a touchback. Pretty good for Delgado and the Sharks. Sharks have another freshman, number 92, Jacoby Thomas, 6'4", 250. Freshman, that is
that is fella. Talk about kids born to play football, and if you're in Texas and you're that size as a freshman, the second you step into whatever class the head coach of football or an assistant football coach is teaching, they're going to ask you, son, do you play football at all?
Gotta love it. So the Sharks on defense here. So James Henry is back there. Looks like DeAndre Coleman is on his left hip. I could be wrong about the number there. Jaden Buckner is their leading rusher. See Henry with that Guardian cap on. Motion a man across, and it's going to be a jet sweep and brought down for a loss. That looks like that was Cameron Abear, one of the guys we talked about, bringing the ball carrier down. That was Denham Chapel on the jet sweep, and a loss.
Well, one of the things for this defense, one, they're elite against the pass. For as good as they are offensively passing, they have allowed the lowest number of pass yards in this district. So they're going to try and have success. The Trojans are on the ground, but as you just saw in that last play, this Sharks defense, very stout, very disciplined on the edge, is going to be a tall task here tonight.
There's 3 down linemen for Shadow Creek. Oh, and Henry wasn't ready for the snap. The ball is going to be fell on back at the 2 or the 3 by Henry. He was trying to look at the man in motion, and a huge loss. See where they marked this at the 2. This is going to be 3rd and 33.
Well, when you're playing a team like Shadow Creek, you don't want to put yourself in disadvantageous situations, and this is very disadvantageous, to put it mildly. Nothing stopping Shadow Creek from pinning their ears back and trying to get to the quarterback in the end zone for a potential safety.
I would expect a run here maybe, but they're going to line up in the shotgun, and it's going to be Henry sacked for a safety.
That was exactly what we were talking about. Sharks with expecting nothing else but something up the middle, so their defensive ends just pinned their ears back and went. No chance for quarterback or running back in that situation, and 2 early ones on the board here for Shadow Creek. I mean, you see it here, no chance. There were 3 Sharks immediately in the backfield.
I don't understand why you're running a read option in that situation. You're at the 2-yard line. You have your feet in the end zone. I mean, come out in an I formation and run the ball, or at least do a direct snap to the running back, or if you're going to run with a quarterback, something. But a slow developing play like that, I mean, there was no chance.
Well, a lot of these teams here in high school, they're not used to having their quarterbacks go under the center.
Mm-hmm.
And after you muff the snap on that last attempt, you might be a little nervous to do something as seemingly routine and easy as a quarterback sneak. Obviously, they pay for it there with a bad overall play for the safety, but what ifs? Wow. We're doing what ifs a minute 30 into this game. That is not a strong start for the Trojans.
Only 3 plays into this game. You had a loss, another loss, and then another loss. No positive plays at all in that drive, not even a no gain. A no gain would have been the best play of the drive. You had a 6-yard loss. You had a 19-yard loss and a 2-yard loss for a safety.
And now you're giving Coleman in this offense a short field to work with for their first possession.
Junior kicker William Cruz to provide us with the safety kick here. The deep man is back at the 35. And it's going to be a high kick caught at the 40. And the ball comes out, and falling on it there is the receiver, Cameron Frank. Lucky for the Sharks, they didn't cough that up.
Almost a bad result there, but they're able to fall on it. And now well into plus territory for Coleman and his crew. Excited to see how they look on their first possession, already with points on the board.
2-0. Ball at the 36 of South Houston. And not a great result there for South Houston. It's like 16 yards on the net safety kick there. Tavis Coleman has Tristan Willis on his right hip. Good to see Willis out there. I know he had a little bit of an injury a few weeks ago, and they'll give it to Willis. Willis running left side. Willis has some room to run. Willis changes direction, and Willis is in the end zone. It took 1 play, 36 yards, and Tristan Willis has the Sharks up 8-0.
Well, last week, Tristan Willis only had 37 yards on 15 carries, just about matches that on his first run of the game here. Gets a touchdown to boot, and couldn't have scripted a much better start for Shadow Creek. 1 play, 1 touchdown.
Here is the extra point. It is up, and it is good. Extra point made. I believe that's Nick Sines. And there's just 1 carry for Tristan Willis. All he needed. He's a really talented running back, and getting his team up 9-0. You think the Sharks smell blood?
Yes, absolutely. Something that really sticks with me about this Sharks team, so many of their key players are all still so young. Coleman, a junior, Adai, a sophomore, Willis, a junior, Aiden Starling, their second best receiver, a junior. Brandon Sherrard leads the district in pass breakups, part of the reason why their pass defense is so good. He's a junior. Tommy Baker, he's a senior, and he's kind of unk on this team. So really a lot to look forward to for the Shadow Creek team.
Everything they have done has been without Chris Stewart, the UT commit, who's one of the best receivers in the state. He has really not been able to play and get a lot of reps in this season. And so the fact that they've had such a good season, only losing 3 games by a score or less, I mean, that's a really good result for them. And that's why we talk about Adai. That kid has been so good. A sophomore, filling Chris Stewart's shoes. It's really impressive.
Well, it's such a luxury when you can just pluck a sophomore and have him produce the way he has. He's been electric and a huge part of the Sharks offense.
Here is Delgado to kick it away again. This time it's going to be caught at the 6, running right side. And that's Cowart trying to push his blocker away from him and made it up to the 18. So South Houston will start at the 18 with 10:14 to go. Shadow Creek's already scored twice.
Yeah, not even 2 minutes into this game and already 2 scores for the Sharks, 1 on offense and 1 on defense. So if you're the Trojans, you're looking to just try and sustain a drive here just to see what you got, try some new things. You're already 0-8 on the season. What do you have to lose at this point? Try maybe dig into your bag of tricks, see if you have anything that can maybe catch the Sharks defense by surprise.
Be interesting what kind of offense we'll see from South Houston.
They're bunched up again like they were on that first play of this last drive, but that's just giving the Sharks less room to have to look out for.
A tight formation here, and if they run the ball, it's going to be tough. Motion Cowart in front of the play, and they hand it off right side, and actually a positive gain, a nice run, and they pick up about 6 yards. I'm thinking it's going to be 2nd and 3.
That time, really nice job on the right side of the offensive line, collapsing, giving the back a hole to run through. And again, a positive play puts them in 2nd and very manageable.
Second down and 3 from the 25. Need to get to the 28. And it's going to be a handoff left side and drag down for a loss. On the carry there was Jacoby Mayberry.
These linebackers fly around. That time it was Langston Taylor coming from that second level to wrap him up around the ankles and moving backwards a bit. A very important 3rd down, even though it's early in this game. You want to try and convert this just to show that you have some juice in your offense.
3rd down and 5 after the 2-yard loss. Puts them at the 23. See what they have here. Trying to get the receivers lined up. Now they move them across to the other side. That was Denham Chapel trying to get in motion, and they move a guy in front. Now looking to pass is Henry, a left-handed pass, and he gets it to Cowart, and it's going to be short of a 1st down. It is a completion and a gain of a couple. Back to the 25, so it'll be 4th and 3. We'll see if they go for it.
As of right now, it looks like that's what they're intending to do, though it might be one of those quarterback punt plays potentially.
Yeah, William Cruz is still on the sideline. And I believe when Cruz got injured, I think he got injured a few weeks ago, they went to a different player to punt, not Henry. So we'll see. There's the big fella. There's Buckner. Been their best running back this season, and he is a big running back there. Oh, and it looks like Abear jumped off sides. Maybe it's a false start. We'll see what the call is.
Early indication looks like offsides from the bottom line judge.
Abear was really aggressive.
All these Sharks are.
They switch Abear out,
offside.
So it's going to be offside.
Defense. 5-yard penalty. 1st down.
South Houston gets a 1st down via the penalty on 4th and 3. Could have got off the field, and instead, 1st down for the Trojans.
Well, the Trojans will absolutely take that.
They immediately subbed Abear out, and the coaches gave him a talking to, but he's a really nice player, and now he's doing push-ups on the sideline. There's Buckner on the left hip. We'll see if they give him the ball. And it's going to be another jet sweep. They go left side. Buckner blocking, and it's still not going to result in anything. Kendon Jones was there to stop him.
These guys, I mean, these Sharks are all so big. Kendon Jones, defensive back, he's 6'3". So you got guys on the corner slot that can come up and make tackles at that size. That is such a luxury to have for Shadow Creek. Just athletes all over the field.
A loss of 3. They've done a couple of jet sweeps and they haven't worked, but they keep doing it in this tight formation. We'll see if they give it to Buckner straight up this time. And a little trouble with the exchange. Henry takes it himself, and Henry's tripped up out of bounds. Another loss. It's going to be 3rd and 15 after they've only had, what, two positive plays. The catch and the run on the last, on the first play of this series.
Yeah, that play was doomed from the start. Two guys kind of running into where the quarterback Henry was trying to hand the ball off, and Henry tried to make the most of a bad situation, but unable to do so, and now 3rd and long.
3rd and 15. Henry has Mayberry on his left hip. They'll motion Coward across. Looking to pass is Henry, and he'll drop the ball. Are they going to say incomplete pass?
Yeah, I think they motion for incomplete.
So it looks like it'll be 4th and 15, although I'm sure Shadow Creek might not like the ruling on that. And it looks like we'll see a punt from William Cruz.
Yeah, there was some stuff to like on that first set of downs, that first play, a positive run. But again, when you have these guys bunched together so tightly, that motion across doesn't really do anything when they're just going from one side to the other. They're just going to stay within the tackle box. So we'll see if they adjust as this game goes on. But so far, that game plan has not worked out for them.
2 Sharks back to return the Cruz punt at the 45 of Shadow Creek. Looks like one of them is Jalen Adai, who's a really good returner, a really athletic young man. Cruz punts it the other direction, and it's going to be caught and on a run. He's got room to run. That's LaFell Jr., and he is cut down at the 26. That's Brandon LaFell Jr., Brandon LaFell's son. Brandon LaFell Jr., another freshman, listed as a quarterback and a wide receiver. His dad played at LSU. I think he played some time with the Patriots. A really big name in Baton Rouge. You know, I grew up in Baton Rouge, and they loved him some Brandon LaFell over there.
Oh, yeah. Just another one of the many wide receivers churned out from LSU. There's a few guys in the league right now who are pretty good from that university.
You're not wrong about that.
And you know you got the juice if you're a freshman playing varsity, and when you got a name like LaFell, I think that helps to paint the picture. You're a guy with talent.
So they started the 36 on the last drive. This time the 26, and it's going to be a miss. Try to hand it off, and now he's going to be brought down from behind. It looks like he loses a yard or two. Tried to give it to Willis and tried to pull it out, and the ball popped out. Now they're talking about it. It's going to be 2nd and 12. So not a first play touchdown this time.
Well, now each team has had trouble on a handoff, and that time it was Xavier Muhammad coming in from his defensive line spot to make that short tackle, and now Shadow Creek behind the sticks. We'll see how they respond.
I'm interested to see if they get Brandon LaFell involved on offense. Looking to pass is Coleman. Coleman steps up, fires it off the fingers. Looking for a man. That was Aiden Starling, who we talked about as the number 2 receiver this year with Stewart out almost all year. Now it's going to be 3rd and 12. So,
and that was very soft coverage on that outside. Almost no one in the slot. And then the far side receiver cut inside. Throw was a little behind. Maybe trying to deal with some of the cold and some early game, I wouldn't say jitters, but just trying to get in rhythm here to start this game.
Looking to pass is Coleman. Coleman got time. Coleman fires and hits his man. Coleman, that's a touchdown. 28 yards from Coleman to Coleman.
Well, I bet Coleman's warmed up now. That was a seed, a frozen rope over the middle between two defenders. And again, the most lethal passing attack in this district strikes again. They've got one on the ground, one in the air, and 15-0 here in the first.
25 touchdowns for Tavis Coleman, and Bryce Coleman, the recipient there. The extra point is up, and it is good. 16-0 here with 5:19 to go in the first quarter. Look at this. Absolute dot to Coleman. He breaks out of the tackle. Easy for Coleman and company. $5:19 to go. Shadow Creek leads 16-0. Tonight's team and individual stats are provided by the athleticsdepartment.com. They're a full-service provider of stats for high school and college teams. Coaches and athletic directors can contact them for more information. The athleticsdepartment.com are now signing up basketball, softball, and baseball teams for this school year. The UIL Texas High School Football Playoffs will begin soon, and we invite you to join us as we'll have play-by-play coverage of Greater Houston area playoff games. Listen live and free on lsnsports.com starting November 14th. The Legacy Sports Network, building a legacy one game at a time.
Live and free is right.
16-0, and we'll see Delgado to kick it again. Not much of a challenge there. I mean, you thought maybe they wouldn't get any points there if they threw an incomplete pass there. It would have been interesting to see what they did on 4th and 13, but instead it's a touchdown.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, and that time, great route, great throw from Coleman to Coleman.
Kick is away and is going to bounce in the end zone.
Kind of close that he let it go. It was only about a foot or so in the end zone.
Little interesting, but
maybe
worked
they
out for him.
Might take note of that, the kicker, as this game goes on. See if he can't try and sneak one by him.
We saw Iowa Colony's kicker killed one at the 1 or 2 yard line, and then it had a little backspin. They ended up getting on it at the 8. So we've seen that a little bit. And if Delgado, I mean, he's only a freshman, but if he's got that in his bag, I mean, why not try it out?
Oh, he's on varsity as a freshman. You figure he's got some finesse to his kicking. Got some good kicking in this district.
The kicker from Dawson, I think, is the best kicker I've seen this year. That kid is really good. Really a big part in why I feel like Dawson won against Shadow Creek is that they had the advantage in the kicking game.
Special teams are special for a reason.
Southeastern will start at the 25 with 5:19 to go here in the first quarter. Another really tight bunch formation. Henry gets the snap. Looked like a false start, but they didn't call it, and it's going to be a loss. Making the tackle there was Jerome Bell with a little walloping of Denham Chapel. 1 yard loss makes it 2nd and 11.
Even though how this team is young in a lot of areas, they play very smart, very well coached team. You know, Coach Tyrone Green really hammers home the fundamentals on defense. And again, I hate to harp on it again, but it helps when all your opposing players are bunched so together that even on a end around style play, you only have to run about 4 or 5 yards to meet them at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. Cowart motions in front. He's ready to block, and they hand off and push back after a gain of a yard. So back to the original line of scrimmage. That was DeAndre Coleman, and now it's 3rd and 10. We've only seen has Buckner even got the ball?
Not to my knowledge, no. And right now, the most success they're having on the ground is between the tackles. Even though it's for modest gains, so far it's been their most effective play.
Well, Shadow Creek only uses 3 down linemen. So, I mean, a run up the middle might be the best way because they don't have the speed on the outside to get around the edge. So, I don't know. I mean, here's Buckner in there with Henry, and Buckner might be their best chance. He's been their best chance all year at positive offense, one of the highest total yards gainers in the district on the worst team. So, I mean, he's a bright spot for this offense. They quickly have to try to snap the ball, and Henry's going to take off and run right side. Henry throws it up, and that is going to be caught, I believe. Looked like the catch was made there by Muhammad.
Wow, great catch from Muhammad. Straddling the sideline. Tough thing to do against this elite pass coverage team for the Sharks, but really good job adjusting and making that catch. You'll see it on the replay here. Not ideal to have your left-handed quarterback roll out to his right, but readjust, makes the throw, and yeah, that's a catch.
Through contact there against Kevin Jackson, a 17-yard pickup on 3rd and 10. Now they motion Buckner out, and Henry gonna play around, and now he's gonna have it tipped, and luckily incomplete. It looks like Cameron Hebert got a paw on it.
Yeah, you don't want to make a habit of doing that. That was a very ill-advised throw, dangerous with a defender right in front of him. You got some good momentum going. You don't want to ruin it with an immediate turnover. You're trying to make something up on the fly. Not quite sure where he was trying to throw it to. It looks like he was looking for Muhammad again, but he was covered like a blanket.
Muhammad plays tight end and defensive line. We did see him on defense. He's one of their best players. Made a really nice catch, and then there you have Henry rolling out to the short side of the field, and here's a handoff, and that is going to be Mayberry picking up a couple. It's going to be 3rd and 8 this time.
And even though it's not a ton of yards, it's success up the middle, and it forces the Sharks defense to be a little more honest towards that run. They're getting a little bit of push. I'd like to see them kind of stick with that maybe in the earlier downs to put themselves in better 2nd and 3rd downs.
Did notice that the other quarterback, Lakeith Baker, is out there. He's listed as a quarterback and a defensive back, playing wide receiver there. And Henry's going to have a few guys motion to the right side. See what they do here on 3rd and 8. And he's going to roll out right again, and he's going to take off and run. And this time he's going to get a little closer to the sticks, but only a couple of yards. Looks like it's going to be 4th and 4. We'll see if they go for it.
Great blocking on the outside from Muhammad. Did a good job turning his defender around, and yeah, I mean, I say that I think they need to move the sticks. They had it stuck at like where it was originally, and that looks appropriate. Yeah, 4th and medium, so
it's going to be from the 48 to the 48, so that's 4th and 4. And Henry, they're going to go for it. Mayberry on his right hip. We'll see what they draw up. They motion Coward over to the right side. Try to get him to jump off sides. And now it looks like Southeastern will call a timeout. We'll see what they do, as the Sharks did not jump off sides.
Timeout. South Houston, their first charge timeout of the half.
South Houston uses their first timeout. It's 16-0 with 1:35 to go in the first quarter. Family owned and operated, Top Dog Fireworks has 14 locations in the greater Houston area. Go to topdogfireworks.com to find a location near you. Top Dog Fireworks supports the community and wishes the local high school athletes the best of luck. Make memories and strive for your goals. Top Dog Fireworks, say it with a boom. What do you think they're going to do here on 4th and 4? They're going to go for it? They're going to get a run play in mind, or what are we thinking?
I figure a run play, if not that, another short rollout. Again, I'm not quite certain on the rollout to the right with the lefty, but they have seen some success with it. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But
I'd love to see them roll out to the left with all this field. That might be their best bet, but
yeah,
I don't know if they're going to do that.
Big part of the field over there. We'll see, but I do like the decision to go for it.
Kind of have to, down 16-0 in the first quarter. Now they're motioning the guys to the left. Maybe they will roll out to the left. Coward goes to the other side and looking to pass. Henry straight drop back, fires it, and nearly picked off, but caught, and a first down. Coward is there, needed 4, got 5, and Hebert nearly picked that off. But how about the South Houston Trojans picking up a first down there?
Well, that was a really, really great throw from Henry to Mackay. Sorry, excuse me, to Mackay Coward, and that was. We've seen some good passes from both sides now. That was, and of course, a very crucial conversion there on 4th down to keep this drive alive. And all of a sudden, the Trojans are operating in Shark territory now.
Got 6 yards on that play, and Hebert was really close to picking it off though, and kind of hitting himself because he wasn't able to. They motion Coward again, and that is a false start as clear as I've ever seen. They had one earlier that I thought was pretty obvious they didn't call, but that one gets called, moves them back.
5-yard penalty. Replay first down.
That's just something you can't afford to have happen. A good-looking drive so far as in the waning minutes of this first quarter, and then you shoot yourself in the foot with a false start.
This offense has gained 236 yards a game. That's kind of middle of the pack, but, you know, last in points and last in point differential. I mean, this team has not capitalized on their opportunities. Mentioned 9 fumbles this year. That's a lot. And a handoff going left side. No, he keeps it himself, and Henry changes direction, and a nice gain of 6 there. That's over a fumble a game.
Yeah, I mean, the yardage they get per game isn't really what you'd expect from a team last in district. They do have an ability to move the ball down the field. It's just, like you said, the fumbles, the penalties will get them too, and all it takes sometimes is just one bad play to derail an entire drive, and that's been happening to the Trojans a lot this season.
That's going to do it for the first quarter, 16-0 here at Freedom Field. As the clock will wind down to 0, no more snaps will take place. And it's been all Shadow Creek. We'll take a break on the Alvin Sports Network and Legacy Sports Network.
End of the first quarter.
Like them, with strains and sniffles. That's why Houston Methodist has primary care near you, with a network of specialists and same-day clinics to keep you healthy. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it for you. Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
Start of the second quarter here at Freedom Field. 5-3 Shadow Creek Sharks lead the 0-8 South Houston Trojans 16-0. A safety and then a touchdown for Willis and a touchdown from Coleman to Coleman, the best law firm in Pearland. South Houston will now move from left to right on your screen. They motion some guys over to the right side. And it's going to be an end around. They go for a couple of yards there to Denham Chapel.
Yeah, good misdirection there, even though it was for minimal gain. But when you put yourself behind the sticks, you inevitably force yourself to throw the ball. And though they've had success, you've mentioned that a lot of passes have been close to getting picked off. When you're playing this elite secondary for the Sharks, they're gonna get you at some point. They've been elite at that all season, so playing with fire here in a 3rd and long.
Now they stretch out a little bit. 3rd and 8. Shotgun snap here for Henry. Henry looking to pass. And he's got pressure in his face. Oh, and he's smoked at the 49. A big hit coming there from Aaron Warner, the senior defensive lineman, 6'2", 245. Bringing the pain for Henry. And they'll come out and punt with William Cruz. Henry stepped up and avoided 2 sacks. And then there was Warner to clean up the mess.
I mean, not much of a chance for Henry at all. He had about 4 down linemen in his face immediately. And then another one coming in to clean up the job. So promising drive, took some time off, and if nothing else, got their defense some rest. But again, forced to punt here.
I don't know if he was lucky that Denham Scott and Evan Moorhead didn't sack him the first time, or if he was unlucky because then he had to get the pain there from Warner hitting him even harder. Cruz to punt with LaFell Jr. and Adai back at the 19. And it looks like they ran into the punter, and the punt goes out of bounds.
Flag.
There is a flag. It looks like that was Moorhead who ran into William Cruz. And Moorhead and Cruz going back and forth now.
It's going to be a matter of if it was running into or roughing. I'd lean more in favor of running into. Doesn't look like he got his plant leg.
It's 4th and 13. So this would just make it 4th and 8. And South Houston may choose to just take the result of the kick, because it was a decent punt from what I understand. And they kicked it out of bounds, didn't give up a touchdown to Adai or LaFell Jr., who are faster than anybody South Houston has. I got a buddy whose brother plays on the freshman team for Alvin, and he said LaFell Jr. torched them.
I'd believe it. I mean, that's a pro's kid.
Running into the kicker, defense. That penalty is declined.
So they do decline and take the result of the punt. That'll spot Shadow Creek at the 26.
Yeah, so far, not much resistance for the Sharks offense. They've had a few plays where they've kind of shot themselves in the foot, but as of right now, getting everything they want offensively. Kind of like the Rockets were last night.
First time they did not have plus field position here. They're starting at their own 26. Last drive was the opposing 26. And before that, the opposing 36. See Coleman in the shotgun. Looking to pass, a little swing pass there. Hits his man. Some room to run and cuts upfield. Oh, man, he's got a lot of room to run. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds. Touchdown saving tackle by Denham Chapel there on Jossier Pace.
He's falling over himself.
Aiden Starling nearly took his head off in celebration, but they'll spot him at the 33, a big gain.
Well, Starling has a right to be excited. Great downfield blocking from him and all the other receivers on that left side of the formation to help spring him free. Excellent operation there on the swing pass. And again, when you have the defenders spread out like that, it creates one-on-one matchups with blockers out there that you can use to your advantage. And when you have the athletes like the Sharks do, that's a matchup they're going to win a lot of the time.
After the 41-yard pass to Pace, here's a throw, and Adai makes a catch at the 4. A 41-yard pass and then a 29-yard pass to Adai out at the 4-yard line, and a nice grab out of bounds.
I mean, that was perfect touch on this pass. And a great catch from Adai over the shoulder. Gets them right on the cusp of another touchdown.
Good job, Tavis Coleman. We'll see what they do here. Here's the replay. Just rolling out and putting it on a dime. You see why he leads the district in touchdowns. He's got more than double anybody else, 25 to 12.
It's just not that he's been good. He's been so much better than everyone else.
Coleman looking to pass, a jump ball, and there's Starling touchdown, number 26 for Coleman through the air. Starling gets a touchdown, and it's 22 to nothing. See the extra point here.
It doesn't get a whole lot easier than that. Starling wins off the line of scrimmage by himself, pulls it in, and gets rewarded for that key block earlier in this drive.
Easy win against Davion Washington there. Easy throw for Coleman. The kick is up, and it is good as it bangs off the scoreboard. 23 to nothing with 9:15 to go in the second quarter. Got tickets you can't use like Quick Assist Help. One app lists your tickets on every marketplace simultaneously and takes the hassle out of reselling your tickets. Download the app today by scanning the QR code on our website. Quick Assist, your ticket everywhere.
Shadow Creek's side of the stadium showing out here. They have come to support their Sharks. They are here en masse. So far treated to a really sterling performance here from their Sharks. Been about as good as you could have hoped for in a game that they were very heavily favored to win. And right now they are playing to expectation right now.
Opening drive did not go very well for South Houston, and then some promising things, but another opportunity here for South Houston after the kickoff from Delgado. We'll see what they do as it's going to be fielded at the 11 and running up the middle and cut down at the 24. Probably their best starting field position.
I think Delgado might have been aiming for the 1 yard line that time, but left it a little short. Good tackling out there.
Looks like Jerome Bell is one of their best linebackers. They have some good linebackers. I mean, you talk about Langston Taylor, Tommy Baker, Jerome Bell, Evan Moorhead. And then Cameron Aber kind of plays that nickel with Sherrard and Kendon Jones out there on the corners. I mean, some really talented guys on this defense.
Yeah, it's weird that we haven't said Tommy Baker's name all night, but it's because all the other defenders are flying around the field in his place. It's been a lot of names for the Sharks here tonight.
I don't even see Carter Stewart out there, another guy we talked about. Henry motions a man across, looking to pass. Henry getting chased by Tommy Baker, and Baker's going to knock the ball out, and it's picked up by Langston Taylor, and that's a touchdown. You said Tommy Baker, and there he is.
He must have heard me. You said, who's not making a play, idiot dumb guy? Watch this. Gets the fumble, forces it, and another touchdown here, this time on the defensive end. They had a safety earlier in this game. Now they cash in with 6 of their own.
That's Tommy Baker, a linebacker and punter, running down a fast quarterback in James Henry. I mean, that's athleticism, and just everything good for Tommy Baker there, and Langston Taylor the benefit. Now Langston Taylor is going to hold for the extra point to try to make it 30-0 with 9 minutes to go. Kick is up, and it is good. 30-0 here in the second quarter. We'll take a break on the Alvin Sports Network and Legacy Sports Network.
Real training for real people. That's Alvin Community College. Our hands-on programs prepare you for high-value careers so you can forge your own path. Start your journey with ACC and step into your future today.
Kickoff upcoming here for Shadow Creek. Harris County Commissioner Precinct 2 Adrian Garcia admires and recognizes the academic hard work, dedication, and achievements of each student. Well done. Commissioner Garcia would like to wish all the athletes good luck in tonight's game. 30-0. It's been all Shadow Creek, and we expected something of this level, but I think it's been even more Shadow Creek than we thought.
Yeah, I mean, they've been dominating in all 3 phases of the game, and you saw it on defense there. They already had a safety to start this game, scoring a touchdown on defense now to really entrench their presence here. And yeah, 30-0 with exactly 3 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. This is probably what the Sharks expected coming into this game, but expecting and performing and executing are completely different things, but they've done that so far.
Kickoff coming here from Delgado. Going to be caught at the 16 and bobbled and picked up and, hit by a couple of guys, but kept his footing. That was the aforementioned Davion Washington. Washington tackled at the 18.
Boy, he was trooping in there. I mean, he got walloped by a few Sharks, but good on him staying on his feet, trying to make the most of what he could with the ball.
Interestingly enough, Tristan Willis had the first carry for a 36-yard touchdown, and he never got a carry again. And it's 30-0. I don't think I would have had that exact statistical situation if you'd asked me, but.
Well, Willis met his rushing yards from last week and was like, "Yeah, I'm feeling good." I think
last week was against Pearland, a little
different,
a little stiffer competition. Shotgun snap for Henry, and he hands off up the middle, and a nice run, picks up about 5 yards.
Yeah, you mentioned that Pearland game. It was important for Shadow Creek to come out and rebound from that one, not dwell on it too long. You mentioned all the close losses they've had this season, but they've done a good job rebounding when they've had to, and good for them to get back on track here tonight, show what they're capable of, and really try and heading into the playoffs, just a matter of which teams are hotter, because eventually you get to a point where the talent is equal across multiple teams, and it's a matter of just who's playing more disciplined and who's on a hotter streak. So Shadow Creek,
I don't know. That looked like a false start. They throw a flag. I think they had 2 guys in motion.
Yeah, they've done that a lot, and they haven't been called for it. They might have this time.
We'll see.
Illegal shift. Offense. That penalty decline. 3rd down.
They'll take the result of the play instead. So the ball is at the 23. They need to get to the 28. So it's going to be 3rd and 5. They've been shifting a lot of guys, but they had 2 guys in motion when the ball was snapped, which is an infraction that they definitely can't commit. And luckily, Shadow Creek declined it, just trying to get him off the field. And another flag.
Might be another procedural penalty as well.
See what the call is.
False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay 3rd down.
Now it'll be 3rd and 10. So this time moves them back. So it worked out for Shadow Creek, and see if South Houston can get it together. They've had a lot of motioning and shifting, as we mentioned.
3 penalties, 2 accepted, and this one putting them right where they started here on a 3rd down.
3rd and 10, Henry rolling out left and drops it off just a little high for Coward. Might have been a 1st down if he could have got it to him.
Yeah, Coward, good route out there going towards the sideline. If he was able to turn upfield, you're right, he would have been at a 1st down or maybe close. Instead, incomplete in another punt situation.
Shadow Creek will send LaFell Jr. and a die back to return the William Cruz punt. They'll set their feet around midfield. Cruz will have his feet at the 6-yard line. I'd like to see LaFell Jr. or a die really have a nice return, but I don't know if Cruz is going to give him anything. I think South Houston is aware of the fact that these 2 guys are very fast and dangerous. They move LaFell Jr. more to the side with a die on it. On the South Houston sideline, a high snap, and Cruz just going to have to get it away, and it's going to bounce, and South Houston is going to limit a return here. So no excitement for us who like the return game, but Shadow Creek will start at the 46, and a really bad pass from Makai Coward to the official.
Yeah, just kind of the night it's been for the Trojans.
Luckily, the Trojans were able to get that ball away.
Yeah, kind of an Aussie punt there. Had to roll out to his left and get it off. And considering the circumstances, not too bad of a result, especially when you can limit any potential return.
The best punter in the district is averaging like 38 yards a punt, and 21 after a bad snap, I think, is a good thing. Brandon LaFell Jr. in there at quarterback. Wow, good to see this. Brandon LaFell Jr. hands off to Tristan Willis. Willis is going to plow over a defender and pick up a 1st down. So Tavis Coleman is potentially done for the night. The only other quarterback on the roster other than Tavis Coleman is Brandon LaFell Jr., who wasn't on the roster to begin the season. He was down in freshman ball. We'll see how much LaFell Jr. gets some work here. And he's going to take it and run himself right side and made a man miss with a nasty juke move. Brandon LaFell Jr. is down the sideline and pushed out of bounds at the 6. Nice run from LaFell Jr., and that was a dirty juke move.
I mean, he juked a guy from about 10 yards away, and he still couldn't catch up to him. I mean, this freshman, this young man, he's got some wiggle to him, and he's putting it on full display. It might be the Brandon LaFell Jr. show the rest of the evening. We'll see it here on replay.
32-yard run, and look at the juke move. Man, what a move from LaFell Jr. Lost his footing and was pushed out by Muhammad, but they'll bring Coleman in. There's too many guys on the field. So now they're ready. We'll see if LaFell can get a touchdown.
Well, now the other side's going to substitute.
Yep, they have to let him. No play clock visible, so they'll have to be quick perhaps. Shotgun snap. LaFell going to take off and run right side. LaFell gets the corner, and LaFell into the end zone. Brandon LaFell Jr. with a 5-yard touchdown run makes it 36-0 here in the second quarter. Is there any way we can see if he's scored yet? Or that was his first high school touchdown in varsity football?
I would wager he hasn't gotten a lot of snaps at quarterback so far this season, but in a game they're already leading big, very well could be. If so, congrats to the young man. Sure to be many more in his high school football career.
He gets greeted by Chris Stewart, the UT commit there. And the extra point is up, and it is good. 37-0. Here with 5:57 to go. Everybody getting involved. Langston Taylor a touchdown. Brandon LaFell Jr. a touchdown. Coleman with 2 before he was pulled. The only other person they've had play quarterback this year was Cameron Frank. I believe that is his first touchdown.
Congratulations to Mr. LaFell Jr.
According to Max Preps, in the 8 games prior, LaFell Jr. had no varsity yardage or anything. So that was his first touchdown, his first touch of the ball in varsity football as a freshman was on that nice punt return.
Yeah, well, the only situations where he would have been able to come in as a backup were earlier in the season when Shadow Creek was blowing out teams like League City, Clear Creek, and Alvin. But I don't believe he was on the roster at that point, so wasn't able to come in a blowout situation, but able to come in a blowout situation now and get himself on the board.
$37-0, and Shadow Creek will kick it away. Brandon LaFell just 38. Still could be playing. Rogers and Flacco are. LaFell from Houston, went to LSU, went to Lamar High School. Kick is going to bounce, and it's going to be picked up at the 10-yard line and running into his own man and then driven backwards. Looks like forward progress at the 21. That was Makai Cowart. LaFell spent 4 years in Carolina, 2 years in Cincinnati, 2 years in New England, and 1 year in Oakland. His best season in the NFL, he had almost 1,000 yards and 7 touchdowns for the Patriots. That was in 2014.
Yeah, I kind of remember LaFell the most as a Panther.
They won the Super Bowl 28-24 that year against the Seahawks.
Oh, man.
2014.
Don't remind me of that Super Bowl.
Why? Well, there's one thing people say about that Super Bowl. Why did you not run the ball?
Oh, man.
You got beast mode. But LaFell got him a ring. $5:50 to go here. And just waiting for something. South Houston appeared ready to snap the ball, but waiting for something.
Not quite sure what that delay was for. There was no substitution.
First play of the drive at the 21, 1st and 10. Henry motions a man across, and looks like he hands it to him going left side. He picks up a yard before he's dragged down. That, once again, is Denham Chapel. You know, Brandon LaFell Jr., I knew he was in the Shadow Creek program, as there's an injured
Injury
Trojan.
timeout.
We have an injury timeout on the field.
Hate to see that. Been lucky that that's the first one we've seen so far, and hopefully this young man's going to be all right. But, yeah, I knew LaFell Jr. was in the Shadow Creek program, but I thought, you know, his dad played wide receiver. I've heard that he played wide receiver down in freshman ball. I didn't know he was going to come up and play quarterback, and interested to see a couple of really nice runs, as well as you see a quarterback out there in the punt return game.
Yeah, he's very shifty for his age. I mean, it's one of those things you either have it or you don't, and he's got that kind of ability to juke and spin around that, you know, is pretty uncommon, especially for kids his age. So looking forward to see how he develops that repertoire going forward. You've already seen it on display here tonight.
My first time getting my eyes on Brandon LaFell Jr., and obviously he looks like he's just kind of that guy athletically. Like, you know, he's going to be able to do it for quite a few years here at Shadow Creek. And I don't know, man. I'm curious. I want to know now, what's his regimen been? I mean, was he 4 years old out in the yard running routes with Dad? I mean, the kid looks really good.
Oh, he had a good teacher, I'm sure. Helps when you got a pro as your dad. And he's only a freshman, but he's already listed at 6'1", 165. So he's got plenty of room to grow as he gets older. So gain a few more inches, put some muscle on him, and he could be a real problem as he gets older.
He's already showing as a freshman that he can do really good things against some of the teams in this district. I can only imagine him as a senior continue to put on weight, continue to grow into his body and improve his athleticism even further.
When he's in a good system, too, Tavis Coleman showing him how to run this offense. Obviously very pass-heavy with Coleman in there, but maybe we see a shift once Coleman eventually graduates and the Phil. You would figure it would be the heir apparent to this offense, given his skill and his placement on varsity already as a freshman. So whether it be a quarterback or if they try and incorporate him into a more outside skill position, area, be interested to see how they tailor this offense to his skill set, because you figure he's going to be a big part of this team going forward.
And you see a lot of guys in high school play quarterback because they're the most athletic guy on the team and they're going to run the ball a lot. And then in the NFL or college, they become wide receivers. Not everybody has the real talent or the real drive to play quarterback. I can obviously see how he projects as a wide receiver. We've yet to see him throw a pass, though. So
yeah,
we'll see maybe if they do let him uncork it. When Coleman earlier in the season went out, they had Cameron Frank, the receiver, come in, and they only ran Wildcat. They did not throw the ball. He only had 2 completions for 9 yards on the season, so they didn't let him throw it much. 2nd down and 9, and it's going to be Henry, and looks like no gain.
Cameron Ebert, again, has been the most notable defender on the team so far tonight, really making plays all over the field. See him getting right in the action, lowering the shoulder and clipping the legs.
And I love Cameron Hebert. From the first game against Summer Creek, he had a punt return that was blocked and returned for a touchdown. And he's a smaller guy, a corner, but he comes up and he hits. Just so many good things you can say about Cameron Hebert. 3rd down and 9. Henry rolling out. That's actually not Henry. That's Lakeith Baker, and he completes it there for a 1st down to the 31 as he hit Makai Cowart.
See where they spot it. There was a flag on the play for offsides on Shadow Creek.
That was Lakeith Baker with that throw. Thought Henry was back there and realized they were rolling out right and went with Lakeith Baker's arm.
Yeah.
Outside defense. That penalty decline, 1st down.
3rd and 9, they decline the offsides, and they do get the 1st down. They needed 9, they got 9.
Really good play there to get that 1st down. They like to have their quarterbacks on the move when they pass it. That time got to the receiver and got to the 1st down.
I think Makai Cowart is their best receiver. They've tried to get him the ball quite a bit. We'll see. It looks like Henry is not going to be in at quarterback at the moment. He's going to be out at receiver. So this is Lakeith Baker, the right-handed quarterback and defensive back who was playing receiver. And Baker looking to pass, just fires it to Henry. Henry makes a catch through all kinds of traffic and picks up 5 yards.
We've seen that at the pro level where they'll have the fake screen out to the running back and have the wide receiver cut inside. Tried to attempt something similar there, and good job fighting for some yards from the quarterback turned receiver Henry.
Tommy Baker nearly had a chance, but just was a little slow getting to that one. Looked a little bit of like a discombobulating play, but it works out. 2nd down and 6 after they spotted at the 35. Motion man across. That's Denham Chapel looking to pass. Is Lakeith Baker. Lakeith Baker scrambling, running right, and he's going to get dragged down. A horse collar tackle. Clear as day there by Evan Moorhead.
Yeah, that was pretty blatant when you see the guy's whole body spin around.
Personal foul, face mask.
Oh, a face mask.
Defense. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
I thought it was a horse collar, but they call it a face mask here.
Either or, it's a first down.
Move them pretty far. They'll spot him at midfield.
Only the second penalty for the Sharks, but that one a big one.
15-yard penalty right at midfield for South Houston, and they haven't gotten much further than midfield tonight. 3.5 minutes to go in this second quarter. South Houston trying to see if they can score any points at all on this Sharks defense. Might be the chance here. Lakeith Baker, a little bit of juice. Oh, he tries to hand it off to no one. I don't know who he was trying to hand it off to, but Buckner was nowhere to be found. I don't know if he thought he had a jet sweep coming in. Buckner subs out now, but a big loss there of 3 yards on first down makes it 2nd and 13.
Yeah, well, it's almost Halloween. Might have been trying to hand it off to Casper, the friendly ghost out there, but I don't believe he's on the roster. Either way, big loss there. And again, all it takes is one play to derail a drive, and when you have something like that happen, hard to get back into rhythm for the Trojans.
Motion a man out, and Baker looking to pass, dumps it off to Henry. Henry, apparently the ball hit the ground. I didn't realize, but yeah, hit the ground and they'll blow it dead.
Well, that one hurts because that play was looking to shape up to be a really good one. The pass rushers for the Sharks had swarmed the quarterback, so Henry was by himself with a few blockers, one-on-one with some defenders out there. So could have been a big play. Instead, incomplete, and those little things start to add up into big things when you can't complete the pass that seems simple but would have gone a big way.
Trojans have had some nice play designs, some questionable play calls in certain situations, but some nice play designs and just poor execution at times. See Lakeith Baker back there on 3rd and 13. Baker going to roll out left. Baker going to try to get around the edge, and he goes out of bounds. Tommy Baker pushes him out. Should be 4th and 10 or so.
Baker on Baker crime.
Tommy against Lakeith. They actually say he went out at the line of scrimmage, so it's 4th and 13. And it looks like they'll possibly take it down to the 2-minute timeout. Or they might call a timeout. I don't know. We're waiting to see. I don't think they're going to snap it before the 2-minute timeout, though.
2-minute timeout.
That is a 2-minute timeout. 37-0 with 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. Take a break on the Alvin Sports Network and Legacy Sports Network.
You've got a lot to manage. Houston Methodist has a lot to offer. Convenient primary care, personalized orthopedics, and the latest cancer treatments in one manageable system. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it for you. Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
Two minutes to go here in the second. It's going to be 4th and 13. We'll see if they come out to punt. It doesn't look like it. Kind of interesting.
Yeah, well, you're down 37-0, even though it's 4th and long. Just trying to play for something here as we probably approach a running clock here at some point.
I would think.
We've had some early running clocks here at the stadium throughout the season. We've had a few in the second quarter. Haven't seen it yet, but if not now, then probably when the second half starts.
Both the district that Manville and Shadow Creek are in and the district that Iowa Colony in are very top-heavy as Lakeith Baker throws a pass, and
wow,
that was caught. No? Incomplete?
Oh, no, that hurts.
I think they say it was incomplete. Makai Coward, the intended receiver over there with Henry, and Coward couldn't come away with it.
Not a bad route by Makai Coward one-on-one, and not a bad throw from Lakeith Baker. I thought that was a catch initially, but we'll see it on the replay here. See just a straight go one-on-one, and had it in his grasp for a moment.
Oh, yeah, hit the ground there.
Hit the turf, yeah, just a bad angle on our part, but Would have been a very galvanizing play. Instead, turnover on downs, and Shadow Creek looking to put up a 40 ball here as we approach halftime.
A minute 54 to go. Shadow Creek has all 3 timeouts, and here is Brandon LaFell Jr. under in the shotgun.
See if he throws it here.
And that's Coleman, actually. My apologies. Coleman completes it there, and a nice little move. And up to the 30 and a flag. I think it's a face mask on Eno Beauchamp. So Coleman back out there right before the end of the second quarter. Very interesting.
Probably to remind us, hey, I'm a pretty good quarterback too, and right now I'm running the show
foul
here.
on the play.
Oh, no foul. I thought maybe it was a face mask, but they'll spot the ball at the 29. Gain of 18. Easy completion there to Eno Beauchamp.
Good move by Beauchamp at the initial point of contact. And yeah, he had his hands up around the face and shoulder area initially, but didn't seem to tug, which is why they picked up the flag. I'd say I would agree with that no call.
A minute 20. Looking to pass is Coleman. Coleman got all day. Coleman going to take off, and he's just going to try to dump it down, and nearly picked off, overthrowing Beauchamp. It'll be 109 as the clock stops there.
Good attempt at a adjustment from Beauchamp there, but that's always the danger when you try and make the catch. You end up tipping it up, and a defender behind you could be opportunistic and make the play. Fortunate there for Beauchamp that no Trojan got their hands on it.
It'll be 2nd down and 10 after the incomplete pass. Coleman throws off a towel or something there he's frustrated with. We'll see if they give it to Tristan Willis or continue to throw the ball. And Coleman looking to pass. Coleman firing up, has a man, and did he make the catch? He did. That's a die. 29-yard touchdown to a die makes it 43-0, and another nice throw and catch for Coleman and a die.
That's been the lethal duo all season long for Shadow Creek, and you see it on display again, a bomb. And you saw the speed from a die. He just broke away from his defender. He had enough time to turn around, adjust, make sure his foot was in bounds, and make the catch. And officially a 40 spot in the first half here for Shadow Creek, who is firing on all cylinders.
Adai already had a district-leading 10 receiving touchdowns this year. He's a sophomore. Kick is up, and it is good. 44-zip here with 1 minute and 2 seconds left here at Freedom Field. The last home game of the season for the Sharks, and they're making the most of it. Everybody's getting a score.
Yeah, we've had a Coleman to Starling, and now Coleman to Adai.
Willis, as well as LaFell Jr. and Langston Taylor all had touchdowns. The UIL Texas High School football playoffs will begin soon, and we invite you to join us as we'll have play-by-play coverage of Greater Houston area playoffs. Listen live and free on LSNsports.com starting November 14th. The Legacy Sports Network, building a legacy one game at a time.
That is a good showing from Shadow Creek, who will, barring something catastrophic happening, will go to 5-2. Excuse me, 6-3 in district. Am I reading that right? I might not be. Either way, they are firmly entrenched.
I think they're going to be 5-2 after this win.
5-2. I had it right the first time. They're going to be 5-2 in this district. They will be in the UIL playoffs. And right now, I think the 4th spot is just a battle between Manville and Pasadena Dobie.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be fun to watch, as Dobie was in a tight race with them last year, too.
Mm-hmm. They just eked out Manville last year, or they eked out Dawson last year on one of the last games on a Hail Mary up by 17.
Dobie just cannot help themselves. They love being in those tight races for 4th.
Flag flies. It's just such a top-heavy district. I mean, with Dawson this year's been a really good team, but Pearland and Shadow Creek are consistently going to be at the top, and then you got Manville, Dawson, and Dobie, which at times can all be equal. I think Dawson is clearly in the top 3, and then Manville and Dobie are fighting for the 4th spot.
On the kicking team.
And, of course, Pearland.
Ball to be placed at the 30-yard line.
They're really good.
Undefeated in district. They are going to be a force to be reckoned with.
They were tested by Dawson and Shadow Creek.
Oh, yeah.
But Shadow Creek has lost to Dawson and Pearland, both by 1 score, a double overtime, 3-point loss to Dawson, and then a 21-14 loss last week at Pearland. But, man, I mean, this Shadow Creek team, I think they've made so many mistakes this year. Even in the first game against Summer Creek, Carl Thies and I had that game, and we just could not stop lamenting at how many chances Shadow Creek had to win that game. It was the first game of the season. They're going up against a team that finished in the top 4 in the state, in their district, Division II, in the last 2 years. They finished 2nd the year prior and 4th last year, and they had chances to win that game, just mistakes. The district leading turnovers is not a good sign. As this time, a nice run here. He's got room to run. Lakeith Baker, he is G-O-N-E, gone. Lakeith Baker with a 70-yard touchdown before halftime.
There will be no shutout here at Freedom Field, and Lakeith Baker showing off his own speed. Play broke down for him, but readjusted, went to the other side of the formation and got into a foot race that he would inevitably win. Really good stuff from Lakeith Baker.
Hasn't the offense looked better since Baker came in at quarterback? I feel like they've moved it a little better. They've seemed like a little more momentum, a little more juice.
Yeah, of course, not a knock on James Henry, but Lakeith Baker, I mean, he's shown a better knack for improvising and trying to make the most of plays that happen. You saw it on that last touchdown, and broken play, takes matters into his own hands and scores.
They're going to try to go. No, they're just going to swing the gate closed and do the extra point here. 44-6, and the extra point coming from William Cruz to hold is Jacoby Mayberry. Snap, kick, and it is good. 44-7 with 49 seconds left. Here's the replay. Lakeith Baker just took off and ran, and then he reversed to the right side, and he got around the edge, and the Sharks were not going to catch him. Lakeith Baker pretty fast. Looked like a lot of backups in on defense on that play, but Baker nonetheless with a really nice run.
Showing some stuff here with this Trojan offense. You got to figure Coach Mayberry liked what he saw, at least in terms of the explosion on that play.
Definitely the best play we've seen so far for South Houston. They've had some good ones. That is definitely the one that takes the cake so far in the first half. You can get connected with the Legacy Sports Network by checking out our social media pages. On Facebook, you can find us at LSN Sports. On X, formerly known as Twitter, we are at Legacy Sportsnet. And on Instagram, we are Legacy Sports Network. Legacy Sports Network, we're building a legacy one game at a time. 44-7, and Shadow Creek will get a chance to return a kickoff, and we'll see what they do with the Dye and LaFell Jr. Both very dangerous weapons, and honestly, I'm very excited. Anytime a Dye or LaFell Jr. touch the ball, it's always got the chance. Chris Stewart was the same way before he went out with injury, and I don't know the extent of Chris Stewart's injury, but they don't need him this week or next week, but maybe if he can come back in the playoffs, that's going to be a really good receiver room. And Coleman's already playing so well.
He's playing lights out.
Coleman has 3 touchdowns, taking him up to 27 in 9 games. He's averaged 3 touchdowns a game. Pushing close to 2,000 yards in 9 games. And Cruz will kick it out of bounds. They'll take the penalty.
Yeah, not the worst result when you have demons waiting for you back there with the speed to match.
Looked like a little pushing and shoving between South Houston and Shadow Creek, but they might line up to re-kick it. They'll just move them up.
Kick out of bounds on the kicking team. 5-yard penalty, re-kick.
So that'll move them back, and they'll do it again. Shadow Creek wants to get a return, try to get better field position and try to score before the half. I'm sure they don't need to, but sure they will try to do that unless it's, if they start at the 50, they might as well try to score. If they start back at the 20, they might just kneel on it.
Yeah, well, they've shown they can score very quickly. So if they get good field position, they might just put Coleman in there to let it rip and try and get to 50 before halftime.
I don't think it'll matter in any stretch of the imagination, but you never know. I mean, last year the playoffs came down to a points situation. So,
yeah, for Shadow Creek, they get Rayburn next week. They're going to win tonight, so they have pretty much clinched their spot here. But you're right, you never know. Could be a matter of seeding potentially should something happen to Dawson down the stretch.
See what Cruz does with this kick, if they try to go out of bounds or towards the sideline again. And it's going to be an onside kick, and it's caught, and then he's leveled at the 45.
Well, you give him about 50 seconds and less than half the field to work with. I would be pretty surprised if the Sharks didn't try to squeeze out one more before the half hit.
Looked like Rene Pena for South Houston delivered a big hit, and he was all excited, but I'm kind of torn, man. I mean, it's high school football. It's not Friday night, it's Thursday night, but it's high school football, a big, beautiful stadium. I mean, you're excited anytime you make a play, but you're also down 44-7 in the second quarter.
Well, you're only playing high school football for so long, so you want to treasure the moments you do get.
1st and 10 from the 45 of South Houston. 49 seconds on the clock. And looking to pass is Coleman. Coleman steps up in the pocket. Now he's going to kind of roll out right and just loft it up, looking for Coleman. He hits Coleman. Coleman at the 11, and Coleman dives for the pylon. They'll say he went out at the 3, and Starling doesn't like it. Coleman also doesn't like it.
Boy, Coleman was spamming that touchdown signal like an emote in Fortnite, man. He wanted that real bad.
Starling did not agree with the call. See him at the bottom of your screen there. I don't know. We obviously didn't have as good a view of it, but he dove and looked like he made it on the dive. But if he did step out earlier, obviously it's not going to be a touchdown.
Yeah, I thought he had enough space on that sideline to make it in, but the call was the call, and it only took him about 9 or 10 seconds to get it down this close, so they might only need one more play to get in.
Good close-up there, Mr. Starling all alone on the left side. And it's going to be Coleman rolling out. Coleman delivers it to the back of the end zone, and there's some redemption. Another Coleman and Coleman Law Firm touchdown there. It's 50-7 as the brothers connect again. And I like the idea of a guy, gets gypped on a touchdown or something like that. You let him get the touchdown.
You let him get his touchdown, yeah, absolutely. And good job from him. He was wide open in the back of that end zone, and good job. You figured Coach Green was like, well, we'll let him get a chance to redeem himself.
That might be the last pass from Tavis Coleman we see in this game. Here's Signs for the extra point to try to make it 51-7. Oh,
whoa. Oh.
Now they're going to just try to do something with it. Langston Taylor going to take off and run. He might get the edge, and Taylor bowls his way in. Langston Taylor! He had a touchdown, now a 2-point conversion because Signs didn't kick the ball. And the Sharks, see, Taylor is all fired up. Chris Stewart. How about Langston Taylor wanting it more? 52-7.
Hey, man, freaky Freedom Field. You never know what you're going to see.
Chris Stewart was hyping him up after he finished hyping up Bryce Coleman. I'm not sure what the miscommunication was or what Signs thought. I'm not sure if it was his fault or what, but.
Well, he did the kicking motion. Everyone just kind of stopped. But Taylor had the ball, and then eventually they caught on to the fact that the play was still on. So he made the most of it, and, hey, we got a pretty entertaining 2-point conversion there.
I'd love to see a replay if possible. That was really funny. And then he realized, I didn't think any way he was going to score on that.
I mean, he's a big dude, 6 foot, 200. Going to take more than one guy to bring him down. So flexed his muscle there, and
he wanted it more, I can tell you that.
He's had a very eventful game. Already a fumble recovery for a touchdown, and now gets a 2-point conversion on a botched extra point.
Holder, linebacker. These guys do it all.
It's a showman.
Not a lot of linebackers, you know, punt, hold, the whole 9 yards. Here is Delgado to kick. Henry and Coward back to return. Kick is going to be a touchback. 52-7 with 32 seconds left.
And this has been the longest final 2 minutes of any quarter I think we've had this season.
It's been long.
Been very eventful and fun, though.
An hour and 20 minutes into this game, and we're about to be at halftime for, what is it, 28 minutes or something like that. The UIL Texas High School football playoffs will begin soon, and we invite you to join us as we'll have play-by-play coverage of Greater Houston area playoffs. Listen live and free on ellisonsports.com starting November 14th. The Legacy Sports Network, building a legacy one game at a time. 1st and 10 from the 25. We'll see how aggressive South Houston is with 32 seconds left. And
I would figure they just take this one at the half. Not very likely they're going to drive 75 yards for a score.
Just run it with Lakeith Baker. Who knows what I
Well, that's a good point.
Last touchdown run for him looked like a passing play. He took off and ran, and this time he's going to be sacked. That looked like Aaron Warner. No, Denham Scott actually blowing that one up. See his little dance. Denham Scott, 6 foot, 255-pound junior. And they're not in any rush to snap it again. 7-yard loss there on the sack.
And a lot of time for Lakeith Baker to do much of anything there.
If Scott didn't get him, then Jacoby Thomas was going to get him. That's the freshman at 6'4", 250 I told you about.
Man.
The future of Shadow Creek football is in good hands with these freshmen on the roster. Brandon LaFell Jr., Samuel Delgado, and Jacoby Thomas already in the game. 52-7 at the half. Shadow Creek is rolling here at Freedom Field. Just real quick before we take a break, what's your thoughts?
Shadow Creek looks really, really good. And they are showing everything they're capable of. Even their backups are performing. We've seen a good rebound after that loss to Pearland, and they're looking to just keep this. Probably just going to look to take this one in the second half and just get through the rest of this game.
Shadow Creek with a big 45-point lead in half. It didn't start out great for South Houston. A safety on the first drive. They had, I think it was 3rd and 35 or something before the safety.
Yeah.
Not a great start. Shadow Creek obviously more athletic, a better football team, and they've showed it. Shadow Creek is a team that I think is kind of a sneaky pick going into the playoffs. Maybe not a lot of teams or district's 3rd seed is going to make noise, but this is a team that can do it. We'll see. We'll let the bands and cheer teams and everybody do their thing, and then we'll come back for the start of the 3rd quarter in just a bit.
We would like to thank our Pasadena Independent School District's Board of Trustees, Superintendent Dr. Tony Lopez, and the South Houston High School administration and staff for their unyielding support. The Spirit Girl of the Week is Alicia Espinoza. The Dancer of the Week is Alexandra Loyola. The Officer of the Week is Grace Saunier. And the Teacher of the Week is Miss Molina. The 2025-2026 social officers are New Girl Liaison, Lady Rivas, Spirit Leader, Azul Serrato, Vice President Grace Sonier, and President Annette Zacharias. The 2025-2026 dance officers are Junior Lieutenant Danielle Correas, Junior Lieutenant Cecilia Rodriguez, Lieutenant Colonel Adeline Castillo, and our Colonel Shannon Shaw. The Jeanettes will be performing their streamer routine to Seven Nation Army. And now, please welcome to the field the award-winning South Houston High School Mighty Trojan Band. The Mighty Trojan Band is directed by David No, Garrison Oliver, Charlie Stott, and Sasha Chapa. They are under the field direction of drum majors Christopher Avila, Amber Garcia, Mia Garza, and Emily Saucedo. The rookies of the week are Jose Jaimez and Alexis Padron. The members of the week are Ivan Cruz and Brianna Olvera. Color guard of the week are Thiana Morales and Gia Soto. The officers of the week are leadership team managers Luis Castillo, Angela Duarte, Carlos Gomez, Sofia Morales, Kentrell Price, and David Trujillo. The band would like to thank our Pasadena ISD Board of Trustees, Superintendent Dr. Tony Lopez, and the South Houston High School administration and staff for their support of these incredible students. We would like to congratulate the Mighty Trojan Band and the Shadow Creek Band for their terrific performances last Monday at the UIL area contest. Today, the Mighty Trojan Band is proud to present their award-winning 2025 production, The Good, the Bad, and the Galactic. We hope you enjoy the show.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this evening, Shadow Creek High School will recognize their class of 2025-2026 football season participants. Our game nights are made up of many groups. During halftime tonight, we are recognizing the senior members of our Shadow Creek High School marching band, the Sapphires dance team, and the choir. The faculty and staff at Shadow Creek High School are proud of these fine students and want to recognize them for their hard work and recognize their families for the support they have provided. First, we will introduce our 2025 band seniors. First up, we have Leanna Akasabas, who's being escorted by her father, Jeffrey, and mother, Ivani. Leanna plans to attend ACC and major in nursing. Next up, we have Lillian Amador. Lillian is escorted by her father, Ray. Lillian plans to attend Sam Houston State University and major in Homeland Security. Next, we have Alex Caballero. Alex is escorted by father Jose and mother Melody. Alex plans to attend Universal Technical Institute to pursue a welding career. Next, we have Jacob Garcia. Jacob is escorted by father Daniel and mother Renee. Jacob plans to attend UH and major in biology. Next, we have Emmanuel Torres Gomez. Emmanuel is escorted by mother Carolina and best friend Reagan. Emmanuel plans to attend UH to study musical theater or musical production. Next, we have Aaron Juanico. Aaron is escorted by father Mark and mother Nori. Aaron plans to attend A&M and major in business and eventually study law. Next, we have Karthik Komanani. Karthik is escorted by father Sunil and mother Sirisha. Karthik is undecided at this time. Next, we have Vianney Lacerna. Vianney is escorted by father Vicente and mother Laia. Vianney plans to attend ACC and major in cybersecurity. Next, we have Gabriel Lawrence. Gabriel is escorted by father Kenyatta and mother Crystal. Gabriel plans to attend Texas A&M and major in economics and minor in data science. Next, we have Joanna Lee. Joanna is escorted by father Jonathan and mother Sarah. Joanna plans to major in elementary education. Next, we have Lakeith Lee. Lakeith is escorted by father Lakeith and mother Alfredia. Lakeith plans to attend Berklee College of Music and major in music performance or education. Next, we have Sophia Lyde. Sophia is escorted by father Kirby and sister Lucy. Sophia plans to attend UTMB and major in nursing. Next, we have Rushil Macher. Rushil is escorted by father Sandeep and mother Ujula. Rushil plans to attend UT Austin and major in computer science. Next, we have Zoe McNerney. Zoe is escorted by father Mike and mother Heather. Zoe plans to attend college and major in marine biology. Next, we have Avery Moody. Avery is escorted by her mother Amulette. Avery plans to attend Bethune-Cookman University and major in hotel management. Next, we have Allison Menders. Allison is escorted by father Thor and mother Amy. Allie plans to attend Texas A&M University and major in business and management. Next, we have Chris Nabel. Chris is escorted by Father Clinton and Mother Catherine. Chris plans to attend Texas Women's University and major in nursing. Next, we have Alexandria Aubernier. Alexandria is escorted by Father Michael and Mother Adrian. Alexandria plans to attend UT Austin and major in biochemistry. Next, we have Daniel Portillo. Daniel is escorted by Father Levy and Mother Iscale. Daniel plans to attend Texas A&M and major in engineering. Next, we have Sophia Reyes. Sophia is escorted by her father Gil and mother Mary. Sophia plans to attend a 4-year college and enter pre-med. Next, we have Alicia Rodriguez. Alicia is escorted by her father Jeff and mother Marina. Alicia plans to attend Sam Houston State University and double major in music and psychology. Next, we have Jacob Rodriguez. Jacob is escorted by Father Rolando and Mother Yolanda. Jacob plans to attend a university in Texas and major in music. Next, we have Eaton Rosales. Eaton is escorted by Father Antonio and Mother Maria. Eaton plans to attend UT Austin and major in biochemistry. Next, we have Nico Sharber. Nico is escorted by his mother, Rakita, and sister, Nasaya. Nico plans to attend Texas A&M and major in animal science. Next, we have Matthew South. Matthew is escorted by his father, Jared, and mother, Margaret. Matthew plans to attend BYU and major in art. Next, we have Stephen Thomas. Stephen is escorted by Father Benson and Mother Jeannie. Stephen plans to attend UT Austin and major in electrical computer engineering. Next, we have Isabella Villanueva. Isabella is escorted by Mother Elizabeth and best friend Mary. Isabella plans to major in pre-nursing and become a nurse anesthesiast. Next, we have Kobe Watts. Kobe is escorted by Father Cornell and Mother Latassa. Kobe plans to enlist into the U.S. Air Force. And last for band, we have Marcus Wheeler. Marcus is escorted by Father Andrew and Mother Terry. Marcus plans to attend Texas A&M University and major in biomedical sciences. Next up, we have your Sapphires. First up, we have Aaliyah Cole. Aaliyah is escorted by Father Antoine and Mother Latoya. Aaliyah plans to attend University of Oregon and major in biology. Next, we have Kristen Hawks. Kristen is escorted by her father Princeton and mother Crystal. Kristen plans to attend Florida A&M University and major in public health sciences on a pharmacy track. Next, we have Kensington Hua. Kensington is escorted by Father Kenway and Mother Brenda. Kensington plans to attend UT Austin. Next, we have Cassandra Juarez. Cassandra is escorted by Father Rigoberto and Mother Zulima. Cassandra plans to attend Texas A&M and become an interior designer. Next up, we have Madeline Ma. Madeline is escorted by her father Stephen and mother Hong. Madeline plans to attend a Texas university and become a physician assistant. Next, we have Alina Moran. Alina is escorted by Father Jose and Mother Nancy. Alina plans to attend Texas Women's University and major in nursing. Next, we have Cassandra Pena. Cassandra is escorted by Father Mauricio and Mother Jennifer. Cassandra plans to attend college and major in business management. Next, we have Jasmine Poindexter. Jasmine is escorted by Father Gregory and Mother Kelly. Jasmine hopes to attend LSU's pre-law program. And our last sapphire is Avon Thompson. She's escorted by Father Jared and Mother Avery. Avon plans to attend Xavier University of Louisiana and major in pre-med. And now our choir members. First, we have Taylor Allen. Taylor is escorted by Father Carlos and Mother Andrian. Taylor plans to attend UT Austin and major in architecture. Next, we have Alessandria Alvarez, who is escorted by Father Juan and Mother Jennifer. Alessandra plans to attend U of H and major in psychology. Next, we have Melina Aspra Saran, who is escorted by Father Antonio and Maya. Melina plans to attend Belmont University and major in commercial music. Next, we have Samuel Bates, who is escorted by Father David and Mother Janine. Samuel plans to attend Texas A&M and major in human biology. Next, we have Marietta Brooks Lovejoy, escorted by Father Thomas and Mother Danielle. Marietta plans to attend Texas A&M. Next, we have Fernando Camarena. Fernando plans to attend Texas A&M. Next, we have Andre Carradine, escorted by his father and mother. Andre plans to attend UH. Next, we have Samantha Craven. Samantha is escorted by Father Terrence and Mother Sonia. Sam plans to attend Baylor University. Next, we have Akila Daniel. Akila plans to attend UH. Next, we have Zoe Davis. Zoe is escorted by Father Roy and Mother Terry. Zoe plans to attend UT San Antonio. Next, we have Caleb Fulton. Caleb is escorted by Father Kendrick and Mother Teresa. Caleb plans to study medicine. Next, we have Andre General, who is escorted by Sister Micah. Andre plans to attend UT Austin. Next, we have Alyssa Gomez, being escorted by Father and Mother. Alyssa plans to attend UH. Next, we have Philip Hapty, who is escorted by his mother, Sophia. Philly plans to attend UH. Next, we have Christine Joseph, being escorted by father and mother, and plans to attend UH. Next, we have London Lewis, escorted by Patrick and Ferlita. London plans to attend Texas A&M University. Next, we have Alfonso Martinez, escorted by his father. He plans to enlist in the U.S. Air Force. Next, we have Brian Musiyemi, who is escorted by Father Matthew and Rebecca, plans on majoring in mechanical engineering. Next, we have Aiden Randall, being escorted by father and mother, plans to attend UTSA. Next, we have Shireen Restua, escorted by father and mother, plans to attend ACC. Next, we have Caitlin Roasa, escorted by mother and grandfather, plans to study pharmacology at UT Houston. Next, we have Valeria Rodriguez, escorted by father and mother. Valeria plans to study business administration. Next, we have Nia Shells, escorted by father and mother, plans to attend college and major in neuroscience. Next, we have Edwin Shibu, escorted by Miss Gallagher or Mr. Espinoza, plans to attend UT Austin. Next, we have Kane Simpson Huron, escorted by Damon and Carlene. Kane plans to attend UH. Next, we have Aaliyah Smith, escorted by Mom Lakeith and stepdad, Mark, plans to attend a university and major in nursing. Next, we have Sarge Smith, escorted by mother Jennifer, plans to enlist in the U.S. Air Force. Next, we have Layla Serena, escorted by father Brandon and mother Ashley, plans to attend UL Lafayette. Next, we have Rianne Tanago, escorted by father and mother, plans to attend college and major in mechanical aerospace engineering. Next, we have Hannah Titus and Elsa Titus, escorted by their parents. Hannah plans to attend HCU as well as Elsa. Next, we have Nicholas Volman, escorted by his mother Kristen, plans to attend college and get a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Musical Theater. Next, we have Haley Weiss, escorted by Mr. Espinoza. Haley plans to attend SFA. Next, we have Kendall Williams, escorted by father and mother, plans to attend UT Arlington. Next, we have James Williams, escorted by father and mother, plans on double majoring in vocal performance and business administration. Next, we have Evan Wilkes, escorted by father Quentin and mother Monique, plans to attend UT Austin. Next, we have Angel Word, escorted by mother, plans to attend U of H. Next, we have Angelina Yohanan, escorted by father and mother, plans to attend U of H. And next, we have Yulin Zhu, escorted by father, plans to attend Texas A&M. That concludes these senior recognitions, and I do have one quick announcement. Your Shadow Creek volleyball team will be advancing to the second round.
Welcome back into Freedom Field. 52-7 at the half in favor of the Sharks. Evan Geiger and Andrew Carter for Legacy Sports Network and Alvin Sports Network. What are we expecting here in the second half, Andrew?
Well, more likely than not a running clock, but outside of that, looking for South Houston to really just try and salvage something offensively. We've seen this a lot in games here at Freedom Field where teams that are down by a whole lot try and reach into their playbook, just try and see what works for them going forward. They get it's not going to get any easier for the Trojans. They get Pearland next week, so definitely up against it, but going to just try and salvage what they can from this game. And if you're Shadow Creek, just looking to get out of here with no injuries. That's the important thing. We've seen injuries on this field as recently as last week. This turf has a way of messing with you, so just trying to get out healthy and looking forward to Rayburn next week for the Sharks.
Teams getting ready to make their way onto the field. Pasadena Dobie up 24-7 over Alvin over in Pasadena.
Big game for Dobie. Trying to get every win they can going forward.
Friendswood beating Kingwood Park 14-6 at the half. Lamar Consolidated beating Baytown Lee 28-3. Katy beating Tompkins 21-7 at the half. That'll be a good game. Elkins, who beat Shadow Creek in the playoffs last year, is beating Clements 17-6. Ridgepoint beating Hightower 24-0 at the half. Kind of a surprising score.
Really?
Two of the best teams in that district. William Cruz ready to kick it off. Just the second kickoff that Shadow Creek will have a chance at. Mentioned the talented and athletic Adai and LaFell Jr. who've been the focus of the return game with Chris Stewart out tonight. Not sure when Chris Stewart will return or if he will, but a big, big part of this offense that they've done very well without, surprisingly.
You think about how good they've been all year, they're going to be even better if they get Stewart back.
A short kick caught at the 35, actually bobbled and picked up by Josier Pace, and now Josier Pace is around the end. Josier Pace knocked out of bounds at the 39 or so. Looks like they'll give him the 37. The two Sharks were kind of fighting over the ball, and Pace came away with it and actually had a nice return.
Yeah, it was kind of like a fumble-rooski kind of play. All that scrambling on the ground. One of them comes away with it. Gets a very nice return, and it would seem we do have a running clock. See if we get any.
Spot it. No, they'll mark him back at the 43.
He must have stepped out of bounds. See if we see some backups come in for Shadow Creek. Would surprise me if we see more of any more of Coleman or crew from the starting lineup.
Willis was in there kind of late, so I don't know. Josier Pace has been the backup. We saw him on that return there, and it looks like
see LaFell in there.
Yeah, LaFell Jr. Who else is going to be in the backfield with him? Looks like Willis. Very interesting.
Bryce Robertson in as well.
Another freshman. Two freshmen in on offense right now. LaFell Jr. hands off to Willis. Willis up the middle. Willis slips out of an ankle tackle. Keeps the legs churning. Oh, and he's still on his feet. What a run from Tristan Willis to start the second half.
Not a lot of carries for Tristan Willis in this game, but the ones he has gotten have been very impressive. That time rumbling his way down to the 23.
That dude looks like a running back. I tell you what, a nice 20-yard gain. His first carry was a 36-yard touchdown run. Looking to pass, and LaFell Jr. throws a pass there. Caught and tackled. It looks like maybe a horse collar or a face mask, as the catch was made by Deion Johnson Jr., and I'm assuming the flag will fly in on the tackle.
Well, a second one just came in. I'm not sure if there was anything after the play.
If all three flags fly, I think it was pretty consistently seen there by the officials.
Personal foul, face mask. Personal foul, face mask, defense. Half the distance, first down.
That'll move them half the distance to the goal. We'll see exactly where they spot it. Looks like it'll be the 8.
I was kind of curious to see how much they let LaFell pass in this game. Obviously something we haven't seen a lot of.
First completion for him. Here's a handoff, and Willis cut down around the 4 or the 3. Willis a tough back to bring down, and LaFell Jr. listed as a quarterback and a wide receiver, the only person with the quarterback on the roster other than Tavis Coleman. And we saw his first pass completion in varsity football, as far as I know. Everything we saw in the stats looks like this is his first varsity game that he's played in offensively. LaFell Jr. going to take off and run, and he's going to be brought down by Muhammad. Muhammad, a nice, very athletic player for South Houston who makes plays on offense and defense, and dragging LaFell Jr. down there. And that's a big, big junior for South Houston going up against a freshman for Shadow Creek.
Yeah, Muhammad been making plays on both sides of the ball. Been a real bright spot for this Trojans team, and it's just about building off of that. You know, you got guys that are talented on both sides of the ball. I think it's just a matter of getting them involved more as this game goes on.
Motion a man across. It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 9. And LaFell Jr. fires a little swing pass, incomplete, looking for Willis. It's going to be 4th and goal, and we'll see if they kick it, or looks like they're going to send Signs out there. We saw Delgado at halftime kicking 52-yarders, but they go with Signs here for the field goal. Signs was also out there kicking, but Delgado looked like he had a little more leg than Signs.
Yeah, Delgado was really showing off the leg as we were approaching the end of halftime.
26-yard field goal here. Try to make it 55-7 with 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. Kick is up, and it is good. So it's 55-7. Shadow Creek leads. After the 26-yard field goal from Nick Signs, the sophomore kicker. The other kicker, Delgado, is a freshman, so that means 3 years of Delgado and Signs sharing kicking duties. Saw Signs do the extra points and field goals. Delgado do the kickoffs, but we also saw him warming up for field goals, so obviously a chance there maybe on a longer kick. If they feel like they really want to kick it from 40-something yards, maybe they would go with Delgado. As your hometown community dealership, Texan Dodge is a place for all your vehicle needs. Whether you need service parts or you are in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, we have you covered. Plus, many of our sales specialists also speak Spanish, and we accept ITINs and passports. No license needed. Ask us about our low APR finance rates and how to get the lowest price on a new truck or car today. We also want to buy your vehicle, even if you don't buy from us. Texan, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram. We hear you. Shadow Creek sends Delgado out there to kick it away. Henry and Mackay Coward back to return. Kick will be fair caught at the 10-yard line by Coward. Might get the best starting field position on a kickoff that they've gotten. Put in at the 25.
Yeah, Trojans have been up against it in this game. Hasn't helped that they haven't had very good field position, and curious to see how much they let Lakeith Baker keep going in this game. He's showing some flashes. He's been really good. Obviously, the only touchdown of the game credited to Lakeith Baker. So
both Baker and Henry have been out there on pretty much every offensive play, and we'll see them both out there on this one. See them run on another player. Looks like they're going to go with Lakeith Baker. I think I think Baker provided a little more juice, a little more excitement, a little more momentum for the offense. And we saw that obviously the 70-yard touchdown run, the only score for Southeastern. They motion Henry over. And it's going to go to Henry on a jet sweep. And he's dragged down after a gain of 4. Henry and Baker both very athletic, and I'd honestly like to see them both line up in the backfield and maybe do something tricky so they can both throw it, so let's see it.
I mean, they're both very talented and both very young. Baker a junior, Henry only a sophomore, so they've got room to grow as they continue playing, and they both got some wiggle in their games, so it would be very interesting to see how they utilize both of their athleticism in what could be a very, very exciting offense if utilized correctly.
Senior Sidney Wills with the tackle after the 4-yard gain. Motion Coward over again. And a handoff up the middle to Buckner. That might be just the first carry I think he's gotten. Their leading rusher took him till late in the third quarter to really give him the ball. I can't remember another carry he's had.
I think you're correct. Yeah, it's surprising given how much Jaden Buckner has been a focal point of this offense, but Yeah, it's interesting to see how little utilization he's gotten in this game.
It's going to be 3rd down and 3. Ball's at the 32, need to get to the 35. Baker in the shotgun. Gets the snap. He's going to take off and scramble. Now he drops it off to his man and evading a tackle. A nice little play there. Looks like maybe Coward on the catch. We'll see exactly who it was.
Yeah, and Mekhi Coward's also had a pretty good game despite what the score says.
I think we knew coming in he was their most dangerous weapon in the receiving game, and he's showed it off. They tried to get him involved early with the jet sweeps, but it just didn't work the first couple of drives. But other than that, I mean, he's kind of been, I don't know if anybody else has even caught a pass other than him and Xavier Muhammad.
Yeah, well, you knew coming in the Shadow Creek defense was going to be flying around, so they had their options limited. But when they have gotten a chance to shine, Coward and Muhammad have really been able to provide a spark for this Trojan offense.
Ooh, looked like a false start. They didn't call it. And still on his feet somehow, I believe that is Mayberry there. Looks like he got a yard.
And there's a few other teams in this district that kind of play a similar style of offense to South Houston. Rayburn is one of them. They really like to employ runs around the tackle boxes and mix up the direction in which they get the defender's eyes looking. And Rayburn, they can really pull off some long, extended drives. So I think that's kind of what South Houston is aiming for with this offense, but just not able to utilize and get that result consistently.
2nd down and 9, and rolling right is Lakeith Baker. Lakeith Baker trying to get around the edge, and he's just going to go down out of bounds. Big loss there.
Yeah, that's an instance in which the quarterback Baker just needs to know to throw the ball away. You can't be taking massive losses of yards on after an initially positive first play, and now 3rd and long here, not really giving your offense a lot of opportunities to try and put yourself in a more manageable position.
See if they snap it one more time here in the 3rd quarter. It's 52-7 at halftime, but we might not get a ton of points in the 2nd half, as it doesn't even look like South Houston is going to snap the ball again here on 3rd and 17. They'll let it go to the 4th quarter. Shadow Creek leading 55-7 entering the 4th and final
End of
frame.
the 3rd quarter.
$55-7 at the start of the 4th quarter. The UIL Texas High School Football Playoffs will begin soon, and we invite you to join us as we'll have play-by-play coverage of Greater Houston area playoffs. Listen live and free on ellisonsports.com starting November 14th. The Legacy Sports Network, building a legacy one game at a time. 12 minutes on the clock here. 3rd and 17.
I think we might see another bootleg outside the tackle box, see if they can get a completion short and hope one of their receivers can turn it upfield.
Baker is going to roll out right, just like you said. He drops it off, and he hits Henry, and Henry's got some room to run. Henry got a 1st down, needed 17, got about 21. I think that their offense has looked the best with the bootlegs and the rollouts.
Yeah, and I mean, Henry, he's got explosion in his legs, and that time able to take the ball, turn it upfield, and very encouraging play.
I will say I love about South Houston is all these guys play multiple positions. They go out there and they just want to play, and they do whatever it takes to help the team. You know, a guy like Henry, some guys, they're no longer playing quarterback. They might want to go sit on the bench. They might be upset. He's out there running routes and picking up 1st downs. I love it.
That's being coachable, and that's a huge thing. you kind of figure out how much you love football in a game like this. You're down big, not really much of a chance to win, but you're staying in there, trying to do whatever you can to help give your team any edge that they possibly can have. So really encouraging from Williams.
Rolling out left is Baker. Baker drops it off to Cowart, who was wide open. And a nice looking play. Looks like another first down.
They got some tempo here. This is looking really nice here for South Houston.
I think when these quarterbacks are able to roll out and threaten with their legs, but also find a hole in the defense, I think it works really well. So he just rolls out, has some time, thinks about it, and just drops it off right there to a wide open Cowart. It's a nice looking play. You talk about Xavier Muhammad running plays at tight end, also on the defensive line, a big part of this team, as well as Cowart, Henry, and Lakeith Baker. Some talented guys. We're going to pass is Baker. He fires up a jump ball for Cowart, and Cowart almost had an amazing catch. Hopefully he's all right as he's on the ground there. Looks like he is going to be okay. Maybe not. Yeah, they'll call for the trainer.
Injury timeout.
Hate to see that, man.
That was almost an amazing catch, and just tough to see from Cowart, who's had a pretty fantastic game.
Baker put it there for Cowart, and Cowart landed real hard there, and hate to see that. Hopefully he's going to be okay.
You weren't kidding about that Baker throw. That was a really nice throw. Gave his receiver a chance and almost came down with a spectacular catch.
I think Baker and Henry have both showed what they could do with their legs tonight, but don't underestimate what they can do with their arm. Both have made some nice throws. Baker has looked really good too. A little bit better results in the passing game against maybe some backups for Shadow Creek defensively. Good to see Cowart able to get up and make his way towards the sideline. Definitely hope he's all right.
Yeah, it might be at this point with a little under 10 minutes left to play in a game against Pearland next week. You might just want to ice him up, get him ready for that game.
South Houston has Pearland next week?
Yes.
Man, they ended the season with the two of the three best teams in the district. That's tough.
That is
tough.
It's just a product of playing in this top-heavy district. Sometimes you're going to get the two best teams back-to-back.
I know it might sound funny, but for a team that is probably going to finish 0-10, they have some really talented guys, man. I mean, I even really like Jaden Buckner. He's only got the ball once or twice tonight, but in the past games I've seen for him, he looked like he could be really good with the right situation around him.
Yeah, and kind of like what we were talking about with the Sharks, these notable players for the Trojans still with 1 or 2 years of eligibility left, so they have room to grow.
You're right. Some juniors and sophomores making a big impact for South Houston. It's going to be second down and 10. Motion a man across, and the ball hits him, and it's picked up by Shadow Creek, and still running, Lakeith Baker chasing him down. Oh, and he is G-O-N-E, gone! A touchdown for Ace Roberts. The sophomore defensive back, 5'9", 150, picks up the ball that hit the receiver coming in motion, and the ball popped out. Ace Roberts with another defensive touchdown for the Sharks. It's 61-7.
And that was kind of wonky from the start. I'm not sure any of the offensive players for the Trojans knew the ball was out outside of the quarterback and the guy coming in motion, so...
Surprised Baker didn't catch him. It looked like he was about to.
I thought he had him on a beeline, but evidently not.
Ace Roberts really showing off the speed there. Here's the extra point upcoming here. It's 61-7. Clock still running, almost around 8 minutes here. Kick is up, and it is good. 62-7. 8 minutes to go. Life happens. Maybe it's a work trip, family event, or you just want to watch the game at home. Don't let your tickets go to waste. With Quick Assist, your seat gets listed for sale on every major marketplace simultaneously. No more juggling apps or stressing over resale. We make it fast, easy, and hassle-free so you save time and put money back in your pocket. From the NFL to MLB, NBA to NHL, MLS, plus college football and basketball. Download the app by scanning the QR code on our website. Quick Assist, your ticket everywhere. About a whole minute is going to run off the clock here between the extra point and the kickoff with the running clock.
Well, now the clock is stopped.
I think I jinxed it.
Oh, man.
This is shaping up to be an extremely fast fourth quarter, but we'll see clockwise what.
I think the referees just caught a hold of that, and they're telling the game clock operator to let it roll.
Or maybe it wasn't supposed to be rolling. I'm not sure.
Kind of defeats the point of a running clock if it doesn't run, huh?
Delgado to kick it off, and we'll see if South Houston just fair catches it again. Not a huge difference, but a few of the returns got them back to the 22, 24, you know. Fair catch starts at the 25, and you don't have to worry about a fumble. You can get into your offense. Just got to make the fair catch. And we'll see if Delgado tries to send it deep. Kick will be fair caught at the 8 by Jacoby Mayberry. And they're on the kickoff return team for Cowart. Clock continues to run now. Both teams taking their time. It's going to be possibly the last drive with how fast this clock is running.
Yeah.
Maybe Shadow Creek will have another shot at it. But it's 62-7. See Chris Stewart out there continuing to have a good time and
that's
joke around
always
with his teammates.
That's always one of the best things you see in sports. You know, even guys that are injured or otherwise not able to participate, you know, being present with their teammates, you know, enjoying the moments on the sideline, being active with the coaches and all that and helping their teammates out. That's always a good sign and shows you the kind of quality guy that Chris Stewart is.
First and 10 from the 25, and Baker going to roll out left, and he's going to take off and run this time and get around the edge and be knocked out of bounds at the 29, a 4-yard gain. Chris Stewart, when Coach Green was asked about him in the preseason, he said he's the best receiver in the state. Committed to UT, really a special player. I don't know the extent of his situation, but I really hope he's able to make it back for the playoffs.
Adds a whole nother dimension to the Sharks offense and really elevates them from just another team in the playoffs. Not that they're not that they're bad right now, but they can get another level with a guy like Chris Stewart.
And off to Buckner, and Buckner plows ahead. I mean, nice looking running play there for the Trojans after a pickup of 4 by Buckner. I think he's just such a big running back. He just always falls forward. I mean, it's
the Derrick Henry method. You fall forward to get an extra 2-3 yards.
Yep. It's 3 yards and a cloud of dust. He always falls forward, always picks up an extra yard.
And back to Shadow Creek. Everything in the UIL playoffs is just so matchup dependent, right? But it helps so much when you have guys like Stewart and Adai and Starling. Those are 3 really talented guys on the outside that make it such a matchup problem for teams potentially not very well staffed at cornerback.
Handoff going right side. Buckner evades a tackle and picks up a yard. It's going to be 4th and 1, and we'll see if they go for it with the clock rolling under 4 minutes, down 62-7. Last year, Shadow Creek was matched up with Fort Bend Elkins, and they couldn't win that game. They lost, and I think that is in big part to the fact that the quarterback was out.
I was there for that game.
Yeah.
That was just bad juju all around for the Sharks, who were, other than that, they expected to win that game.
I think they're a much more talented team than Fort Bend Elkins. That was the most surprising football score I've seen in a while. That and then South Oak Cliff beating North Shore. Those are the two games that, when I heard the score, I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That's a typo, right? 4th and 1 here. And he's going to hand off to Buckner. Buckner stumbles forward, needed a yard, got 2 or 3, and a big pickup, a first down there for South Houston. That was their leading rusher, and he's looked good here in the second half, but I don't think he had a single carry in the first half.
Yeah.
Just a little surprising.
Yeah, I'm curious. You probably won't ever hear the reasoning, but curious to know why.
He was out there.
Yeah, he was in the formation, and he was blocking, but they just didn't give the ball to him.
I like this kid.
I do too.
1st and 10 from the 36. Clock really ticking off quickly. Baker in the shotgun with Buckner on the left hip. Motion a man over again. I think they have a motion every play. Baker looking to pass, pressure in his face, dumps it down to Buckner. Buckner's got a little bit of blocking in front of him, and he drags a tackler up to the 40. They'll give him 4 yards.
Oh, they tried a similar play like that earlier in the game that was dropped, and this time they get a good yardage gain out of it. Well, we kind of see 3 Trojans blocking 1 guy. Yeah. Not really a recipe for success on the screen pass, but you do applaud the effort.
Jackson Oliver with the tackle. We got some young guys, I think, a few numbers that aren't even on the roster that I've seen out there on defense. A lot of sophomores out there right now.
2-minute timeout.
2-minute timeout. 62-7 Shadow Creek, but South Houston is driving a little bit here. This could very well be the final possession of the game for either team. Get connected with the Legacy Sports Network by checking out our social media pages. On Facebook, you can find us at LSN Sports. On X, formerly known as Twitter, we are at Legacy Sportsnet. And on Instagram, we are Legacy Sports Network. Legacy Sports Network, we're building a legacy one game at a time.
Got any Halloween plans?
I'll be here tomorrow night.
Ah.
Iowa Colony and Terry should be...
I figure you'll see some good costumes.
Yeah. I'm curious how many people will bring a costume to Freedom Field. It's been freaky Freedom Field all year, and tomorrow night I would assume it'll be the freakiest, so we'll probably see something extremely weird.
It'll be spooky Freedom Field tomorrow.
I would bet, like, a lot of money that I'm going to see something that I have never seen before on a football field tomorrow night. There's a handoff to Denham Chapel, and Chapel gets a couple of yards up to the 44. I tell you what, dude, I've probably told you this before, but the first 2 or 3 games we had here this year, I mean, we saw the weirdest stuff. We saw a taunting call back a touchdown during the middle of a play. We saw the chains break for the chain gang. I mean, we saw a fumble picked up for a touchdown. They accidentally blew the whistle, called it back, gave the other team the ball back, not just a touchdown. I mean, we saw a lot of weird stuff here the first couple of weeks. So I just feel like tomorrow, I don't know.
Some fields just have a certain aura to them. You just know weird stuff's going to happen.
Such a beautiful facility they have here, but always interesting to watch a football game here. Always something exciting. And Baker does an in around a Denham Chapel again. It looked like the same play. This time he picks up 1 yard. It should be 4th and 1. And we might see one more play, maybe 2 at most, depending on how fast South Houston wants to get into it.
Look like they're taking their time. They'll take one more snap, it looks like, and then call this one a game.
4th down and 1. Let's see if they pick up the first down. It's going to be a handoff, and Mayberry breaks out of a tackle. Mayberry's got room to run. Mayberry is walloped there. A big shot from Cameron Frank, the wide receiver, coming in and making the tackle. And that might be the last play, but they do pick up a first down and get across midfield. And Shadow Creek will make their way off the field. I guess Southeastern could have snapped it one more time if they wanted to. So
that's the end of the ball game.
Shadow Creek was all the way off the field with about 8 seconds left. But that's going to do it. 62-7, a very quick second half. And Shadow Creek wins by a wide margin. They're going to head into the final game of the season against Sam Rayburn. What are you thinking after this one, Andrew?
Shadow Creek looks the part of a team that's going to make some noise in the UIL playoffs. Very excited to see how they evolve. Now, one more game left in the regular season against Rayburn. One final tune-up, and then the chips will fall where they may. And see who they play in the playoffs. And for the Trojans, tough game tonight, but there's a lot to build on. We've talked about how talented their players are, and they do have guys that can potentially get something going here in the future beyond this season. So something to build on here for the Trojans, but overall dominant performance from the Sharks. Excited to see how they end their season.
Yeah, 62-7, the final score. Shadow Creek improves to 6-3 and is now 5-2 in district. And I told you, Andrew, I really think this is a Shadow Creek team that may, I haven't heard anybody say this, but as a 3rd seed, going into the playoffs, they might be underrated. And, I mean, this is a very good team. All their losses have come 1 score or less to really good teams in Summer Creek, Pearland, and Dawson. None of those teams are slouches. Summer Creek, obviously, a really good team the last couple of years, making it to the state championship game 2 years ago and to the Final Four last year and losing to the champion. And then, Pearland is fantastic. I mean, Pearland's a great team. There's no shame in losing to them or Dawson or Summer Creek. And if they can go into the playoffs healthy, I think next week you will see what LaFell can do in some garbage time. See what some of your other guys can do. Get everybody healthy, get everybody some reps, and get into the playoffs. I mean, this is a team that can at least, I think, win a couple of games.
Yeah, there's going to be a team that draws this Shadow Creek team and be in for a world of hurt. This is a tough draw for the 3 seed. Uncommon to see someone seated this low be this talented. And that's without Chris Stewart, who, if he comes back, man.
Talk about not wanting to punt the ball or kick the ball to the other team. When you got Chris Stewart back there, I mean, Coach Green said he's the best receiver in the state. I think he's the best return guy in the state. And Adai is great. And Jaden Warren for Iowa Colony is great at 5A. But Chris Stewart has that ability. That is going to do it for us here on the Alvin Sports Network and Legacy Sports Network. Final score, Shadow Creek 62, South Houston 7. Evan Geiger and Andrew Carter signing off. Thank you so much.
And now, Alvin ISD is proud to present the Shadow Creek High School Marching Band. The Shadow Creek Band is under the field direction of drum majors Janelle D'Souza, Karthik Komaneni, Ruchil Makar, and Azure Ramirez. This evening, for the last time at Freedom Field, the Shadow Creek Band will be performing their 2025 contest show, The Red Balloon. Shark Nation, let's make some noise for your Shadow Creek High School Marching Band. Tonight, the band would like to thank their sponsors: Blue Chip Services, 8 Phases Behavioral Health, Lord's Chimney Roach and Associates, Shark Hydration, powered by Coastal Ice and Water, Prostakis International Parts, the Gore Family, and Jack in the Box. The Shadow Creek Band Directors would also like to thank our class of 2026 band seniors and their families. You have been at the heart of so many amazing performances here at Freedom Field. We thank you for your work and dedication, and we thank you for the incredible foundation that you've built for the future of Shadow Creek High School and the Shadow Creek Band. Congratulations, seniors, and thank you. Let's hear it one more time for the Shadow Creek High School Marching Band.